Hello everyone, welcome to day 3 of our Python programming course. In the previous class, we learned variables and data types. Today, we will learn input and output functions. Till now, we were giving values directly in our programs. From today, user can enter their own values. This makes our program more useful and interactive. Let's start. Input means information entered by the user. For example, when you enter your name while creating a Gmail account, that is input. When you enter marks in the result system, that is input. When you enter password, that is also input. In Python, we use input function to take input from the user. Input helps our program work with the different users and different values. Output means the result shown to the user. For example, when you calculate marks and see the percentage on the screen, that is output. When you see a welcome message, this is also output. In Python, we use print function to display output. For example, print in bracket welcome. The output will be welcome. Every program takes input, processes it, and gives the output. Now let's learn the input function. Syntax is name is equal to input in bracket double quotes enter name. Here input takes data from the keyboard. Enter name is a message shown to the user. The entered value is stored in the variable called a name. This is a basic way to take input in a Python. Let's write our first input program. Name is equal to input in bracket double quotes enter your name. Print name. Suppose the user enters the Rahul. The output will be Rahul. Whatever the user enter is displayed on the screen. This is the simplest input program in a Python. Instead of showing only the name, we can show a proper message. That is, name is equal to input, enter name, print welcome, comma name. Suppose the user enters Rahul. Output welcome Rahul. This looks much better. In real applications, we use such message to communicate with user. Now let's understand the important point. Suppose we write age is equal to input in bracket enter age and the user enters 20. You may think Python store it as a number. Actually, Python store it as a text or a string. Let's check. Print type of age. Output is str. This is why we need type conversion. Type conversion means changing one data type into another. Python provides three important functions: int, float, and str. These functions help us convert data into the required data type. This is very useful when taking input from the user. First, int function. The int function converts input into integer. For example, age is equal to integer in bracket input in bracket enter age. Now if the user enters 20, Python store it as a number. This allows us to perform calculation. Without int, mathematical operation may not work correctly. Let's create a simple program. Take a input age from a user, convert it into integer and store in a age variable and print your age. Suppose the user enters 21. Output is your age is 21. This is a practical example of using int function. Float function. Float function converts input into decimal number. We can use float function to convert height into float. For example, read the height from user, convert it and store into height variable. Suppose the user enters 5.8. Python stores it as a float value. We use float for percentage, height, weight, distance or salary and many other decimal values. Percentage program. Take an input from user, that is a percentage, store into percentage variable and print it. Input 88.45, then output is percentage is equal to 88.45. This is very useful program for students. str function. The str function converts data into string. For example, number is equal to 100. Print str in bracket num. The number is 100 becomes a text. This function is useful when combining numbers and messages. Example, student IDs, mobile numbers, reports, receipts, and many other applications. Let's see program. Now let's create a calculator program. Take a first number from a user, convert it into integer, store in A. Same like second number from a user, convert it into integer, store in B. Sum is equal to a plus b, print addition. Input 10, 20, output is 30. This is the one of the most important beginner program. Next, calculate area of rectangle. Formula is area is equal to length into width. Take length from a user, convert it into float and store in length variable. Enter width from a user, convert it into float, store in width variable. Calculate area is equal to length into width, print area. Suppose length is 10, width is 5, output is 50. This program shows the input is used in a calculation. Simple interest program. Let's calculate simple interest. Formula is SI is equal to P into R into T divided by 100. Enter the principal amount in P, enter the rate in R, enter the time in T, apply formula, print SI. Suppose principal amount is 10,000, rate is 5, time is equal to 2, then output is 1000. This is useful real life example. Next, student information program. Take input name from a user, store in name. Input age from a user, store in age variable. Enter city, store in city variable. Now display the information. This type of program is used in a school and college management system. Common mistakes. Beginner often make these mistakes. For example, A is equal to input, B is equal to input, print A plus B. Input 10, 20, output is 10, 20. Because Python treats both value as a string. Correct program is convert this input in an integer, then store in A and then calculate the result. Always remember to use int when performing numerical calculation. Congratulations! Today we learn what is input, what is output, input function, print function, int function, float function, string function, type conversion, addition program, area program, simple interest program, percentage calculator. Now you can create interactive programs where users can enter their own data. Practice all the programs shown in this video. In day 4, we will learn Python operators such as arithmetic, relational, logical, assignment, membership, and identity operator. Thank you for watching. See you in a day 4.